the shit out of your pecs,
Mm.
stretch the shit out of your lats, roll your spine out, roll that part of your back out, not the lower back. You don't have to do the back, you don't want to put the upper back. Overextend all the time.
Yeah.
At least you're combating the tightness that you're developing from daily life alone.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you have any kind of neck stretches? Because I know when we've sort of spoke about, like when you've got it sore there, you don't want to actually stretch it that way. You know, like some people like grab onto something like that and they'll sit down, they'll turn away and they'll stretch the shit out of that. Yeah. What do you
It's a temporary relief, but what you will find, I only discovered this from asking thousands and thousands of people, because I used to be the person who used to teach people in my younger days, you know, do all the angular stretches of your neck because that's what you think is supposed to be done.
Yeah.
But it's the irony again, it's not. Shorten it. So I always say to people, grab the muscle group, right? Shorten it. So bring the ear down, bring the shoulder up, shrug it up and leave it on the couch or something. Just relax on your chair and shorten it and hold here for 1 minute. Just gentle compression and shorten. Just do that. That gives you more relief longer than you would if you did all that stuff. It's amazing. Because remember, guys, at the start, I said the tug of war, these are losing the tug of war battle with the bigger guys below. So they're already being stretched. Why the heck do you want to stretch them more? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because they're being stretched.
Yeah.
Stretch them, your brain's going to go, stop.
Yeah.
You're confused. I'll give you some pain relief for a little bit, but then, now I'm really pissed.
Yeah.
Lock it back in again. So shorten it, tell the brain it's okay, and you get relief longer, generally.
Yeah. And with that as well, can it be too much of a good thing? Like, can you do that too often?
You can do it as often as you want.
Yeah.
But don't just kink the neck on the other side because you do it too much.
Yeah.
But literally,
so you should always do both sides. As much as you do that side, do it the other side as well.
Grab the other, just easy, makes you feel great after. And you're giving a gentle compression massage at the same time. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, in regards to training, right? So if you've got something like this, it's sort of happening, you know, we generally always sort of talk about if you do a particular movement and you get pain, obviously stop, right? So, you know, like obviously with what I've sort of got going like that, like when I'm here and I'm squatting and it's fine, everything's cool. But it's sort of like later on down the day now. I'm not that I'm getting pain, you know, like we're talking about mine sort of more down here. It's a bit more of a neural thing sort of going on. But what do you sort of recommend in that regards to sort of just going, well, if you're getting pain later on, back it off. Generally, I haven't found that to make the issue any worse. It's usually if it's causing you pain at the time, like the compression or something like that, it's not ideal.
Yeah. Number one is reduce your load. Try that. Like reduce your load so the pressure is less. Try that first. Reduce your number of repetitions. Maybe do a set or two less. See how that feels. And then thirdly is stretch more. So try to easy stretching, not painful regressive stretching. Your pecs, your lats, roll your upper spine out between sets even. Doesn't matter. Deep breathing and see if that helps. And usually if it does, you'll get through it and you'll see the repetitive pattern. But if it keeps getting worse, then you have a problem.
Yeah, okay. And generally with those things, as we've known, they're pretty hard to kind of fix themselves, right? They don't generally go away unless you get some sort of intervention. Generally with needles is what we found.
Yeah. Well, I come from the the nerve block perspective because that's but generally, yes. If it lasts longer than 2 weeks, I always say 2 weeks for the shoulder. If it's going longer than that, you're going to have it for a long time if you don't look after it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And when we're talking about, I've had mine before when my arm's gone quite dead. Like I've finished sort of doing it. I'm like, I feel like I can't even like squeeze it now. Like what is actually going on when that happens? Like it's like here, but it's like right down the edge of your fingers. Like you're like.
A lot of people can freak out about whether you have a what we call a pathology sitting up in the neck. Firstly, right? Because that's where the source of this stuff comes from. The nerve source is up here. So do you have something up there that's busted? That's number one thing everyone initially gets concerned about.
Yeah.
But the other consider also is your blood vessels and your nerve vessels that go down your arm that travels through all the muscle systems that, sitting in the shoulder girdle as well, right? So, or elbow and the arm. So if we just talk purely nerve blocks and you don't have any significant pathologies sitting up there in the shoulder or the neck, right? You'll be amazed. There's a point right here, right there. This one is a bastard when this one goes. People can have this one. I met a guy, Friday, this one for 5 years. Unbelievable. Like it just sits there. And if he annoys that enough, his hands goes numb.
Yeah.
You won't believe it. But he'd get scanned his neck. He'd had everything checked. Everything's okay for his age, what he does and what he did to his body and his life. But that guy there, unbelievable. So that can cause it. This guy can cause it. There's a nerve lock that sit in there that can cause it. There's a nerve lock that can sit in here that can cause it. And it's all based on blood vessels and nerve vessels that travel down from the source all the way into your hand. They call the brachial plexus as a general term, but specific nerves obviously come off that. So yeah, that's one. Structurally, if you get something busted in your neck and it's inflamed up there, you'll get some dead arm feelings and everything. But it never goes away. It's a bit tricky because, if you get treatment, it never goes away. It's always there. Even nerve lock treatments won't get rid of that. So that's like, if I meet somebody like that, I'm like, oh, okay, my treatment isn't doing anything. You need to, this is the structural problem. You need to get this checked. You may have something busted, and 100% of the time they do. So I have two areas of that, but one common nerve block point is here. That's amazing. That point there can cause that whole system in the hand. So when you're gripping and you're doing your weights, Craig, and afterwards you go, wow, what is that? You shake it off and everything gets a bit better again. Then more towards the nerve block territory.
And that's like more like bicep tendon up here, isn't it? Where it like connects onto the shoulder. And that's like, because that's what I thought was, because I would bench, and as soon as I'd press, it would just go boom. And even doing bicep curls, like up into that point there, you would feel it engage.
When this guy locks, your biceps, your anterior deltoids, your pec, you won't believe it, but your pec muscles, because they traverse through and attach right there. Right? So all them and really affect the head of the humerus, which is this big bone. It pulls it forward. It literally pulls it forward. So like you can just, some people, my shoulder looks like this. I don't know what's going on. This lumpy thing sits forward. And grinding, they can feel the grinding as you were feeling before. You're like, oh, you can feel that go crunch, crunch, crunch when you externally rotate your shoulder, I think you were saying. Pull back. So that thing gets drilled forward and stuck here. And so of course you get some rubbing and crunching because it's slightly off kilter inside the joint.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Like when I first met you, like, because it was actually the shoulder, and my shoulder was actually sitting like that.
Yeah.
And I was seeing quite a few other therapists, and they were, getting stuck in here, and they were doing all this, and I'm like, but this is all good and well, and you've kind of released it, but my shoulder is still sitting like why? Like I felt like I had to like constantly like just retract the shoulder and like pull it in tight, and I had to like keep it engaged and locked in just for it to sit in its normal place. And I was like doing all this stuff around, and it was not, it wasn't doing anything. It just like this huge waste of time. Like they weren't even close to what it was.
It's a bizarre concept. Like I only fell upon it because of just constant mistakes that I made, just hundreds of mistakes with people. I'm like, what is going on? And then of course, I was designing the treatment, I was like, hang on a minute, what if I try this with this nerve and this release that vessel and blah, blah, blah. And then, oh my gosh, when you release the nerve block, the brain actually lets it go and the shoulder automatically comes back.
It just. Like,
go, I haven't sat there in years. Like, how the hell did you just do that when you just press that button? It's like literally you press the button and it comes back. It's still to this day. Sometimes I just go, man, that's crazy because the brain... crazy. The brain is crazy.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't even raise my arm when I first do it. By the end of the session, like I was all the way up. I was like, fuck, I haven't raised my arm like that for like
I wish I could video.
5 months.
I wish I could video some people, which I can't, but I wish I could.
Yeah.
Just to show, like, this isn't fake. Like, the brain literally can lock it up just with you having no pathology. It makes no sense. The literature will say you're an idiot. Like, you can't prove that. Well, it's
proof's in the pudding.
Because man, I must be crazy.
Yeah. Can you also just clarify when you talk about pathology as well, just because some people mightn't understand what that actually is?
Pathology means you've structurally broken. So something is inflamed, something is torn, something is broken, something is you have a cyst.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the shoulder. Sorry. Okay. So let's say in Craig's case when he had that problem, and you can say in the shoulder joint, we can diagnose you as specialists and what have you. We can say you have a calcified tendon.
Yeah.
You can say you have a tendinopathy or a few of them in the shoulder joint or your rotator cuff. We can have a tendonitis, maybe something's inflamed. You have a bursitis, right? So the bursa that sits in this little socket, under the subacromial space here, you have a bursitis. So red, raw, and burning and inflamed. You could have a neuropathy, which is your nerves are inflamed from the neck. Yeah. Or brachiitis, which is your brachial plexus is inflamed. So we have all these diagnoses to give you, to tell you, this could be the structural or the problem. But it's funny how a lot of the time, well, the people I meet anyway, so very biased opinion, this is my opinion only, all these diagnoses just fade away. It makes no sense. Why isn't the pain going away then if you're treating that condition or the pathology with the right interventions? Why isn't it? Yeah. So why isn't the shoulder going back into position with all the amazing strength exercises that you're doing? Why is it? Like the guy the other day, 5 years, he did every single exercise for his shoulder blade under the sun. He went to the best of the best on YouTube, everywhere around the world. Well, he went to America. He went to the States just to get some right ideas. He does it all. Brilliant. But nothing changes. He's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, nothing is changing.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's just, I can't explain it. Like it was literally for me when it happened. And like, I know as well, like, you know, the few times I'll come and see you for you know, just different things or just like a maintenance, a touch up, you know, whatever through the hips from squatting too much or something like that. Like, it's like instantly and you'll hit it and you'll be like, oh, that was in. You're like, oh, no, here it is. And you go bang. And then it's just like, Jesus, like, oh, that was it. And it'll be a bit of electrocution real quick. But then all of a sudden it's just like you squat and then obviously all the mobility comes back, everything responds well, the muscles start engaging. And yeah, it's happy days. It's pretty awesome. So
I have no other explanation for it. People always ask me that. So what are you actually doing? Literally, it's like a Control-Alt-Delete treatment. Like it's the only way I can explain it. And when the point gets specifically with the needle, right? So I can say that it's smack bang on the dot and releases it. It's like the brain says, "Oh, I'm okay." Yeah. I have no other explanation for it than that. It's and it's as scientific as that. I mean, there is obviously, you can talk about neurophysics of it. You can talk about the physiology of it. Yes. All the different neurotransmitters and, you know, different beta, gamma, and delta fiber connections with the mid part of the brain and all this stuff in the spinal cord. You can talk about all that, but at the end of the day, simple. Yeah. It's good to know all that sort of stuff, but if it's not fixing the issue, well, who gives a shit, right? Like, it's like... Well, yeah, that's the general consensus of how I learned how to do this. I always ask people what's going on. They say, I like you, mate, but you ain't helping shit. Nice guy, Jim, but you're not helping me. I'm like, oh, that's the 100th time I've heard that this week. So yeah, there goes my ego. Well, that's how I learned it. It's like, it's insane. But that's how it works. Literally now we can say confidently here that if the pain is not going away and nerve, like, you know, it's not resettable like the way it should be, then you've got like you're here or you're here. And with this shoulder joint, shoulder joints are a bit interesting because of the laxity of the joint. It's very stable naturally. Yeah, like, huge range of motion. Yeah. If you had no muscles, it'll fall off.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, shoulder is a bit more complex because of the range of motion. Like you could be pinching your shoulder joint just doing your hair. So with shoulders, we have to just we have to treat it a little differently.
Yeah.
So principles apply. Once the nerve blocks are gone and everything is what I call decompressed, you should be either getting better, or if not, something is maybe broken.
Yeah. Yeah.
I talked on previous videos, category 1, category 2.
Yeah. So let's talk about, like, in regards to the shoulder, a few of the sort of common things. So I know a few of the ladies in the program have got a frozen shoulder.
Yeah.
Can you explain that and the incredibly difficult overcoming of how that works?
Yeah, well, I mean, scientifically and medically, frozen shoulder is considered, don't know why you get that. The jury is still out on why you get that. But they've hinted a lot on emotional system, your hormonal system. You won't believe it, but even the amount of fat that you have traveling around your blood system, the triglycerides in your blood, they've linked it to that. So look, I haven't read the latest on frozen shoulder, but from the years of what I've seen with frozen shoulder, it's commonly for women generally more than men.
Yes.
I've had men have it too. In the middle age, you're going close around the menopausal age, and that's affecting your hormonal and metabolic system.
Yeah.
But big S word, stress, emotional stress is massive.
Yeah.
Massive. Hence, I believe studies haven't nailed it yet to a degree on exactly what it is. They can always hypothesize different things, but stress, it's hilarious. It's not hilarious. It's uncanny. But
yeah.
I always ask so frozen shoulder. So what happened in the time frame when you got that? When you felt the onset? Oh, I fell over and I hurt my shoulder. Yeah, you had the physical injury, but what else was happening? Oh, I was going through a divorce, or I was moving house and trying to do the business, and my kids were driving me crazy, or what have you.
Yes.
And I wasn't sleeping for months.
Yeah.
I upped my antidepressants.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. After that, what happens is I say your body attacks your shoulder. It literally that's what they're saying. Your body, your autonomic nervous system, which is the system that controls everything that functions in you automatically without you having to consciously control it, locks the shoulder down. First phase is pain and inflammation, excruciating pain and inflammation. Second phase is frozen stage, where it doesn't really hurt too much, but you can't move it.
Yeah.
You literally can't move the shoulder.
Yeah.
And the third stage is a thawing stage, where it's unfreezing. Can be a bit painful, but your range of motion comes back, and then you come out the other end. Could be 12 months, 24 months, could be 3 years.
And what are you actually doing from how you would treat that specifically? Yeah,
this one I honestly say I don't have the greatest success with, because I just tell people frozen shoulder. Okay, what stage are you in? Let's get that figured out first. So if you're in the inflammation stage, going to the freezing stage, I say, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to get you to the frozen stage faster. That's it. If you're in the frozen stage, I'm going to get you to the thawing phase. Yeah, thawing phase faster. That's all the nerve block stuff, and the vascular, the blood vessel, and an autonomic nervous system treatment is needed for this. It's a bit different to just the nerve blocks. So with a frozen shoulder, we have to treat the hormonal system, the autonomic nervous system, and the blood vessels. It's not just nerve blocks. So yeah, we do that to speed up the process to getting to the next stage faster. And of course, some people will need injections of, cortisone, anti-inflammatories locally to calm it down at the same time. Yeah. Some may need hydrodilatation, which is a surgeon going in there and blowing it up and cleaning it out. Everyone's different with frozen shoulder, but the key is you got to get to this next stage as quick as possible, get out to the next stage as quick as possible, so you get over the whole thing faster. So the underlying point of this is talk about that separately.
Yeah, but the underlying point is obviously be kind to yourself. Focus on diet, focus on lifestyle, get sun, get to bed early, stop pissing around.
Yeah, have a good relationship, enjoy your work, everything.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Now, bursitis in the shoulder. That's another common one as well.
Yeah. Big problem. Basically, how many did I have today? Well, I don't know, about 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bursitis. I've been diagnosed with bursitis of the shoulder. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you if you have it or you don't. It's basically what I say.
Yeah.
Reset. You don't have it.
Yeah.
Reset. Sorry, Sarah, you actually have a bursitis. You need to go get an injection.
Yeah.
So, so again, it's funny because nerve blocks can cause the bursitis pains.
Yeah.
They can, in your rotator cuff system, your biceps, your pecs, your lats, your upper trap, your scalenes, your subscapularis. It's all to do with the nerves. There's nerves that support that area. And C5 comes from there, right? So specific nerves that branch off C5 and 6 that affect it. So well, if the nerves are happy and everything's good, then suddenly the pain disappears. Once it's decompressed, it's amazing. The other side is, oh no, you actually have something that's sitting in there that is swollen, red, raw, and angry. But bad blister.
But the bursitis will actually happen because of the dysfunction of everything else, right? So everything else, right? Yeah, friction, right? Yeah.
Yes. Like you in this subacromial space up here, if this ball in the socket is being jammed every day, just jammed in, you think of it like that, visualize it like that, because of tight muscles, in a lifter, pecs and lats, jams it in, rolls it forward, really jams it in. And then every day you're rubbing, just doing your hair, brushing your teeth, driving your car, in the garden, whatever you. And then one day, all it took was having a sneeze or 2, putting the washing up, pushing, 1 more rep on the bench, and boom, blister goes. Yeah. And then it's swollen, red, raw, bleeding. Yeah. And people know about it because the pain is horrendous. It keeps you up all night. Anti-inflammatories touch it a little bit. You can't lift your arm past here. Past here, can't get there. It's excruciatingly painful through here. Yeah. It can refer down into the elbow. It can refer up the neck. Yeah.
So it's really only cortisone's best, and then just try and remove the nerve locks essentially, and just stay away from overhead pressing anything that's loading that particular area.
People have both nerve blocks and bursitis. Because as soon as something is broken in there, which I always say, if something inflames and breaks, which is bursa, whatever, tendon, your muscle system in the area controlled by your nerves saying, "Whoop, danger, something's broken, lock it down, please." Yeah. So you have nerve blocks on top of the injury. And people can live with this for a little while. They recover from the bursitis because they had the injections and it worked beautifully. But then 6 months later, man, my pain is back. What the hell? And then they get another injection thinking that that's a bursitis, but the pain doesn't change. It worked before. What happened? What's happening now? And that's the nerve blocks that was set in the first place. That have gone. And reproducing the same pain. And the nerve blocks again are keeping the joint really tight. So you're still in the same position to develop another bursitis maybe a year later.
Right. Good to know. Okay.
Because if you haven't got that decompressed, that ball is still stuck, even though you had the bursa injected and cleaned it up and it eased it off and improved, but the joint is still stiff. You're going to blister it up again.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Let's, I'll just see if anyone's got any questions. Has anyone got any questions for
that was a lot of info.
Jimbo?
As everyone's asking, when you have pain of any kind in the shoulder, neck, your shoulder muscle group, your shoulder muscles generally tend to get inhibited as well with nerve lock. So they go to sleep. Hence, the function of the shoulder blade, if you've ever been told you get that winging scapula, that chicken wing thing going on, and we always focus our attention on that. Oh, you're chicken winging on that right side. Oh, crap. You got to do all those things, all the right exercises, scapular drills, which you'll see me talk about as well on videos. I always say, make sure your pain is gone first.
Yes.
It's super important.
Yeah.
No way does this exercise get rid of your pain.
Yeah.
If you have the real one, if you have what I call fake pain, which is like, oh, it's a simple thing. I got a massage, got stretched out and popped it and it felt great. That's fantastic. Pain disappeared. That's great. Your brain was happy with that. But if you have real pain, which is stuck around for more than a month, no matter what exercise you do to improve the scapular mechanics, you'll get rid of the pain. Yeah. You have to get rid of the pain first, because pain equals muscle inhibition.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's why I get a lot of people go, Jim, I've been doing these exercises for centuries. Why isn't my shoulder blade still improving or improving? Or two, I say, do you still have pain? Oh, yeah, it's still there. Yeah, so it's,
remove the pain first. Yeah, it makes sense.
The notion about exercise and removing pain or getting rid of pain is, I don't think so.
Yeah. How many sessions of needling to free locks, or to free the nerve locks? This is probably a bit of an open-ended question, really.
I'm not going to promote. I can't promote myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and talk from a third person, which is just useless. But anyway, it's kind of.
Should I talk from my experience? Because I don't give a fuck about what other people say, because I'm not a physio and I can say whatever I want. So I can basically talk about, like, in my experience, it took probably about 3 goes, I reckon. It was after the first go, it was probably about 80% better. But I was pretty diligent in probably for about a month, really backing off everything. So no overhead pressing. I was just focusing on, like stretches and just, lots of retractions and that sort of thing.
A human body really doesn't need to be treated more than 2 to 3 times. Yeah. Really, of any kind, really.
Yeah.
If it needs more, it means something is really wrong.
Yeah. Okay. So when that kind of happens, when you have to keep coming back, like, 5, 6, 7, 8 treatments, 9, all that sort of stuff, is it that particular treatment just isn't working? It's just not effective for that. Like, it shouldn't, like, your body's pretty, especially if you're treating right, if you die at some point, your lifestyle, your sleep, you're getting all these sort of things, your body wants to heal. It's naturally wanting to heal. Like, it's not trying to ever restrict you from doing that. So if it's taking that long, then obviously the treatment's not effective, right? Yeah. I think we could all put our hands up there and sort of say that we've had probably too many treatments of different things.
I get very, 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 very OCD level frustrated if I'm not getting rid of someone's pain after 2 goes.
Yeah, definitely. Another one, Naomi, alternatives to overhead presses. I'm assuming if you have a shoulder issue.
Alternatives to overhead pressing. All right.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. I would actually say if you're getting sore shoulder, something, you're getting pain, like, just avoid overhead presses completely.
The other option is if you're just sticking to this range. Yeah. You'll be able to find a range where you're not in pain. Yeah. If you can stick to that range, you'll hopefully get away with it until it heals. Yeah. Too far down, you might get pinchy. So if you kind of find the right range, Yeah.
So just actually on that, because, like, I've had other people before, like, if they're doing like dumbbell presses and they're externally rotated, that gives them pain. But if they actually bring in and press it more like a neutral press, like, I don't get any pain. Yeah. But as soon as they open it up there, they get pain. Yeah. Now, obviously, muscles are still working. Yeah.
When you go further back, the ball,
Yeah.
in the is being jammed up and forward further.
Yeah.
Putting yourself further into that pinching zone. And if you're already in there, it's going to let you know about it.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's all right to do that if you've got an issue there, but you can find a spot like more of a neutral grip where you can push it and it's fine. It's not causing any more issue, right?
Yep, absolutely. And after exercise, I highly recommend you keep stretching gently. Always stretch. I always say to people, decompress the joint as often as you can. If you're sore in that joint, decompress it as often as you can. I don't care if you're on the phone eating breakfast while you're doing a pec stretch.
Yeah. So you mean by decompressing the shoulder, you mean somewhere like, give us an example.
So let's say I'm stretching on Slim. I'm doing a pec stretch as I'm talking to you.
Yep.
Stretching my pecs. My shoulder's not in pain in this position, but it's an easy stretch for my pecs. I can be here having a chat with you until my fingers go a bit tingly, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
They do it frequently throughout the day.
Yeah. Yeah. And with your stretching, you're just sort of saying something you can hold and function, not like some crazy yoga stretch where you're like stretching.
Like yoga class, go for it. The stretching, I say this to everyone, no matter if you're a yin yoga specialist or you're a CrossFitter or you're an athlete of some kind. If you're stretching, think about it like this. If you stretch your nerves and your muscle tissue to the point where it's angry, painful, uncomfortable, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. You know how people roll their ITBs into pain and sweat it out? If I asked you to go and give me a cup of coffee in a really rude way, would you do it?
Yeah.
If I asked you nicely and smile and be happy, you might go, oh man, that's really nice. I'll do that. You don't think of it like that.
That's a good example.
Your body will not let you stretch it out as effectively as you want it if you give it too much discomfort.
Yeah.
Your brain will go, ooh, I'm getting hurt.
Yeah.
Let's
just back it off. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Stretch with comfort. Stretch where you can fall asleep. Stretch where you feel great. Stretch where you're having a chat. Oh, I better change my arm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watching a movie, don't slouch on your couch after you've sat 10 hours a day. Get on the floor and stretch while you're watching Netflix.
Yeah. Just like that. Yeah. It's quite therapeutic as well.
It is. It's great when you get off the floor.
Yeah. Anything else, team? Any other questions at all for Jim?
Man, we must be nailing it, Craig.
No, we must be. How exciting. Obviously. I think that's, I think we're pretty good, dude.
Yeah, we covered quite a lot, actually.
Is there anything else? Oh, do you want to kind of talk about the, so like rotator cuffs, right? Rotator cuff injuries. Now, obviously the supraspinatus, one of the rotators, seems to be the main culprit that tends to get a lot of issues. Terry's is one as well, but a lot of people get these banded external rotations in a way to hit it. Are you allowed to talk about that? Can you give your opinion on that?
Yeah, this one's okay. I used to work with the Australian swim team for 8 years around high-level swimming. So shoulder injury was the number one, of course, in swimmers. Yeah. So in all the years, I have a bad shoulder. I've got a labral tear, it's called, in my right shoulder, and I'm still playing tennis today. Of all the years that I've done this, which I would say nearly 10 years, all the amazing
these ones and pull back,
Personally, the moment I stopped that, my shoulder improved. The moment I stopped telling my patients that I used to teach them all this stuff to do, I said, if you've been given a TheraBand, just sorry, I know, but just I even told you to do it. Just stop doing it. Don't bother. They got better quicker.
Yeah.
And the latest stuff coming out with functional anatomy, some cool people called Kinetic Control in the UK are doing some very cool studies on functional anatomy, and highly recommend you check them out if you're interested in functional anatomy. They're called Kinetic Control. They are finding that all those exercises are pointless, which I'm like, thank you, Lord, because man, I've been frustrated teaching that stuff because it's been doing nothing. But look, there'll be people out there. I saw Djokovic doing that the other day. There'll be still in that mind frame. They love doing it. Their bodies love it. Hey, if your bodies love it, then bloody hell, go for it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, but I personally have found there's much better exercises than those ones.
Yeah. Do you like, especially when you're coming back from a rehab, like I've found just doing like isometrics have been really, really good.
Yeah.
So for anyone, so an isometric, if it's like I, wanted to externally rotate the shoulder, so rotate it out, I could go up against a wall like that, and I could just like externally rotate against the wall, just put enough pressure to engage that rotator. So the cool thing about it is that you can actually load the muscle without any external weight or actually taking it through any kind of range of motion. You can just go bang and just, it will fully activate. And that can be a really, really, I found for me, a really, really effective way to kind of overcome any kind of issue that I've had.
I agree. This is my, and I obviously learning the functional anatomy stuff as well from papers and studies that they're doing on cadaver stuff, which are just dead bodies. The rotator cuff muscle group are small endurance muscles, right? They're the ones that sit the deepest in the shoulder joint. They're doing a lot of work already. People say when you have injury and pain, they get inhibited.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then you're going to try and wake them up. Right.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with, but as I said before, if you still have pain, they ain't going to wake up. So hence, I was still in pain and going, this is no oven. I'm trying to wake these buggers up, but nothing's happening. So the key number one is get rid of your pain first. And amazing, when the pain is gone, your brain starts to wake the natural muscles up in there, these rotator cuff muscles.
Yeah.
And they are already endurance muscles.
Yeah.
So they're stabilizers, they're called. So just doing your hair, doing your teeth, they're already working.
Yeah.
So if we go on top of that and keep doing more of this stuff, my personal thinking is you're fatiguing them too quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you fatigue them, guess what? You can develop nerve blocks again. You can develop more pain again. So I say stimulate them, but don't overkill them.
Yep. Stimulate, not annihilate. Yeah.
Kill them because you have bigger muscles that sit on top, right? The bigger guys. I think those are the ones you can focus on. The scapular muscles, which are bigger, focus on them and get this shoulder joint, the scapula and the ball sitting nicely. Work on that as your exercise. Don't worry so much about the rotator cuff. They're doing enough. Just playing tennis, for me, they're doing enough. Work on the other guys, which are called the fatiguing muscles. They're they're called global stabilizers and movers, but they fatigue faster. Get their endurance up. Not these little guys. They're doing great.
Yeah.
That makes sense? That's why the ice stuff is great, but what you're doing there is you're focusing also on the bigger guys too, not just the little guys.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So the best exercise that I found for me when my pain was gone was handstands.
Handstands?
Since I started doing handstands, my shoulder pain has never come back, and I'm trying to serve the bejesus out of that ball. And I should be with my shoulder. It's amazing. Handstands, isometric, scapular stabilizers, all of them. Yeah. And I'm working the big guys. Little guys are working too.
Yeah. So that's actually a really good point. So for anyone who's going, fuck, I can't do a handstand, what you could do is actually just do like a Z press where you sit down inside the squat rack, set the barbell up just at that nice height there where you're just sort of, not too crazy range of motion, press it up over your head and just let the lats sink down and just hold it. Right, 20 kilo bar.
You can do some little pulses up and down with your scapula. Push it up. Relax. Like the wall push you see me do on videos, the wall push.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the reason why above your head is better, it takes your pecs out of action.
Yes. Yeah.
If you have it in front of you.
You are essentially stretching the pecs.
You got it. You're not your pec into action too much. And when your
Yeah.
pec's into action here,
Yes.
doing that shoulder wall push,
Yeah.
your pec tight again and pulling it forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Putting the shoulder joint in that pinching position again.
Yeah.
That kind of didn't work for me. I liked it up here.
Yeah.
Because at least then my pecs are not too much, but
Yeah.
I'm working on scapular muscles and building strength and endurance.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
As well as the little ones.
Yeah.
But my focus has always been the big ones, not the little ones.
So with the barbell, you would just hold it long enough until you start to feel it sort of burn for a bit. You start to get the shakes and then just clean it. Yeah. Just build up your time doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. If you play a sport, your sport is doing it enough for you as well.
Yeah.
You got to think like that. So like with Djokovic, he does his stuff. He loves, obviously it works for him.
Yeah.
With his neural networks, but he does it for just a good warm up and then he's done.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have to do 50 sets of it.
Yeah. 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 Okay, cool. All right. Any other questions, team? Real quick. I think we've pretty much
we spoke
ground on that.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Wow.
Can
I have this video, please? This one's a good one.
Yeah, no. This will be sweet, mate. You'll be able to use this one.
Yeah, this one's fun.
Cool. I think we're all pretty good.
Thank you.
All right, team. No worries. I hope that was informative for you. Like I said, if you've got any questions, just post them on here. I can answer them for you, and if I can't, I'll ask Jim because I'll be seeing him tomorrow.
Oh, email me too. Yeah.
Yeah, email him in. We can find another one to do. It's probably knees is probably the next one we could have a chat about, Jimbo.
I love knees. Yeah.
Knees and ankles.
We'll get knees, ankles for sure. Shoulders and backs, or the hips with the
Yeah. Actually, we could probably talk about knees and ankles around squat and inhibitors. I can't even say the word. It's too late. Inhibition. Yeah, I'm trying to say. But generally, a lot of time, like ankle mobility can be a real issue with someone's squat. But it's not. It's actually not as bad as what people think if you actually understand how to squat properly. So. We can tee that up. We can talk about it another time. But all right, team, rock and roll. Thanks again, Jim. As always appreciate your time.
It's fun as always. Thank you, guys.
As always. We have a lot of fun. All right, team, and we'll talk to you all real soon. All right.